Hello everyone, join me today for this relaxing and soft 20-minute yoga practice. We're starting lying down in our Shavasana. Find your comfortable Shavasana posture, legs wider than hips distance. Let your feet topple open, rest your arms by your side just to begin with. Take a big breath in. Close your eyes as you sigh out. And just take a moment to tune out of the external world and begin to tune into how you're feeling in your body today. Now, today's practice is about finding that softness within our bodies and hopefully finding some softness within our minds, our headspace as well. So we'll be exploring some nuances, some subtle parts of our body through postures, through movement, and joy. Let's begin with our hands to our belly. We're going to be practicing a very simple full lung breath called Dirga Pranayama. Taking our breath in our body through stages. So hands to your belly, above your belly button, and take 3 breaths into that space. Let those breaths be long, be deep, be smooth. Trying to direct your breath to your hands. Bring your hands higher up towards your ribs. You might have to separate your elbows a bit wider on the floor and take a breath into those ribs. And try not to just breathe upwards, but also into the side ribs and also into your back ribs that are pressing against the floor. So 3 in and out here. Feel your rib cage expand as you inhale and knit in closer as you exhale. After 3, move your hands higher up to your heart. You might have to lift your elbows for this. Place one palm directly over the other so you really feel the warmth beneath your skin or your shirt. 3 breaths there, high up. Now relax your hands by your sides like we began. And as you breathe into your belly, then your ribs, then your chest. Breathe out from your chest, then your ribs, and finally your belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Keep going. And even though you're not touching yourself here, you're not touching your skin, can you visualize that feeling of the expansion in those 3 different areas? Perhaps the image of waves lapping on the shore, coming onto the sand and then rolling softly back with that beautiful tide, that current that you have within you. Maybe this image can anchor this movement and this softness. Can you take 2 more big breaths just like that? Fully empty out. There's no rush. Fully breathe in. And at the end of your second exhalation, your second breath, you can reintroduce a natural rhythm that comes to you. Notice if there's more softness in your belly or maybe in your mind, that the borders around your thoughts have kind of blurred a little bit. Let's wiggle our toes. Open up your eyes, notice your surroundings. Circle your ankles, your wrists. Hug your knees in towards you, give yourself a squeeze, beginning to wake up the body a little bit, the muscles. And then rock through one side, just to push yourself up and find yourself in a seat, crossing your legs. From here, just adjust your flesh a little bit, swaying side to side. We're going to fold front and down. So bringing your fingertips in front of you, take your time, rocking left and right, and find a fold that feels good. So that can be high up or it can be really, really deep. What feels yummy for your hips right now, for your spine as well. Once you get there, take 3 breaths, just in that same sequence we did, kind of from bottom to top, but try to focus on breathing into your back body now. So from your lower back to your back ribs, then high up towards the back of your shoulder blades. Same thing as you exhale from top to bottom. And just one more where you are. Slowly peel off the ground, find your knees, take a shoulder roll back behind you. A couple shoulder rolls actually. Maybe some head movements left to right, just feeling into the neck. Open up your mouth, give your face a stretch. And then make your way onto hands and knees, tabletop. Spread through your hands, your knees, bring some movement to your hips. Wag your tail. Drop your belly, stretch into cow. Exhale into cat. And finding neutral, step your right foot out to the side, in line with your with your left knee and your right hip. Then from here, begin to rock back and front. All the while, back and front, try to press down through your right foot, your entire right foot, from the inner arch to that outer arch and the little pinky toe. Wonderful. Stay with your shoulders above your wrists. Spin your heart to the right. Spin your heart to the right. Reach your right arm straight up. Twisting open. Exhale, start to circle this right shoulder a couple times. Big, big movements, slow movements. And bring your right hand down again. Now this left hand, bring it further away to the left, so it's not below your left shoulder, it's kind of off your mat to the left. Reach your right arm up, twist open. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit, all the way towards the left. And if you like, you can drop your right temple down here, relax the side of your head on the floor, and take a few breaths here. And pressing down through your right foot. And feel free to move this left arm wherever you wish. You could reach it overhead or just keep it there on the floor, kind of as support. Slowly push off. Right hand is going to lift up to the sky again. Breathe in. Now push off your left hand and come straight up. Open arms, twisting to the right. And now we're going to twist all the way towards the left. So just turn to the front and then open to the left. You can tuck your left toes under. Find your left hip with your left hand, or find your left heel, tip back. Open up your heart. Big breath. Inhale, lift up. Open to center, so looking forwards, tip to your right leg. Find your right calf, reach over. Smiling here. And then slowly lift up. Left hand is going to find the floor. Send your left foot more to the left, so it's a kickstand, and step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Reach up and over with your right arm. And then exhale, bring everything parallel. So right arm is parallel to the floor. Right leg is going to lift parallel to the floor. Bend your right knee in. See if you can find your foot or your ankle. And then squeeze the heel to the glute. Send your right hip flexor forwards. A gentle tuck of your tailbone. Push your foot into your hand. Open up towards the back. Exhale, slowly release. Step your right foot all the way to the top right corner of your mat. Left toes are going to turn straight back. Come to your fingertips and begin to draw some circles, some O's with your hips in both directions. Finding softness where you can. Wonderful. And now bring your right knee below your right hip again for our tabletop. Step your left foot out towards the left. And then begin to rock back and front like we did on the other side. Stay with your right shoulder above your right wrist. Spin your heart to the left. Twist open. Exhale. Let's circle this left shoulder. That's what we're doing. So have a feel for this left shoulder opening up behind you. Wonderful. Now you can place your left hand down and bring your right hand wider. Right? Now twist open again to the left. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, thread this left arm underneath your right armpit. Keep going, keep reaching, and keep lowering until maybe your left temple comes down. Breathing into the twist around your rib cage. Trying to keep your right hip somewhat above your right knee. It's going to want to kind of push back. Breathing here. Inhale, push away. Lift your left arm up. Now push into your right hand to lift all the way up, twisting to the left. Exhale, twist to the front. Keep twisting to the right. Tuck your right toes under if you wish. And now tip back. If you held your right waist on the other side, then you can try on this side, or maybe find the heel. And all the while squeezing through your seat. Reach through your left fingertips. Exhale, lift up, face the front, and tip to this extended leg on the left. Breathing in. Exhale, lift up. Place your right hand on the floor below your right shoulder. Step this right foot more to the right, kickstanding it. Left leg goes long on the mat. Create a banana shape. Up and over. Inhale, make everything parallel. Bend your left knee. Find your foot, your ankle, squeeze in. Feel the quadricep stretch. Now push into your hand, opening up that bow. Slowly release and step your left foot to the top left corner of your mat. Turn your right toe straight back, maybe adjust if you need to. Rise to your fingertips and start to draw some circles. Can you find that soft breath within you? And also a soft gaze just past the tip of your nose, your drishti gaze. Reverse your circle. Wonderful. And then from here, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, and slowly lower your chest to the floor. Bring your fingertips wide, elbows reach up. Inhale, heavy hips, lift your head. Exhale, bend elbows, dip back down. Inhale, lifting up. This time we're going to stay up. Roll your shoulder blades back behind you. Bring your chest forwards. And if you like, you can walk your fingertips straight out in front of you as well. Inhale here. Exhale, plant your hands flat down and pull the floor or the mat towards you so that your chest reaches more front. Inhale. And exhale, lower elbows down. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Look straight out in front of you. Draw your little semicircles with your chin. So chin goes to right shoulder, and then drop it down to your chest. Move to the left shoulder, and reverse. Just one more time, going to the left, and going to the right. Look straight out in front of you. Bring your hands below your shoulders. Roll over your knees. Come find downward facing dog with soft knees for a moment. And then you're going to walk your hands all the way to the back of the mat to find a forward fold, Uttanasana. Soften through your knees, hang your head, and grab a hold of opposite elbows here. Try to completely relax your skull. So that may take a couple breaths. But most importantly, it's actually going to take that mind-body connection. So can you bring your mind to your skull, your heavy, heavy head, to that attachment of your skull to your neck, your shoulders, the rest of your spine, and try to release. Gravity is pulling you down. Let it pull you. Let it soften that area. Take 2 breaths here, big breaths. Feel free to find stillness or sway a little bit left and right. And then you're going to slowly come through center and roll up vertebra by vertebra. Keep a hold of your opposite elbows until you reach straight up. Inhale here, elbows are above your head. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale straight up. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale straight up. Exhale, open your arms, cactus your elbows. Keep cactusing as you lower front and down. You can soften your knees. Relax your arms straight down. Inhale, rolling up again. Shoulders go back. This time, turn your toes out at an angle. And if you can, go straight down slowly into Malasana. If that's really challenging for you, then keep your toes forwards and come back into a chair where you can rest your elbows on your knees or your hands on your thighs. But if you're in Malasana, then bring your fingertips down and begin to rock a little bit left to right. And if you're higher up, send your hips from left to right. And so you can still join. Wonderful. And then everybody try to find the floor. Drop your knees down slowly, hips distance. Walk your hands out. Now keep your hips above your knees. Let's find puppy's pose. So reach your arms out in front of you. Really, really long. You can drop your chin to the floor or your forehead, whatever works for you. Just focus on the heart opening. And so for some of us, dropping the chin down might feel a little bit too much at the back of the neck. In that case, just keep your forehead down. Focus on the extension of your spine. After your next exhalation, lifting your head, your chest if it was on the floor, walk your hands back so that you can send your bum on your heels, resting in child's pose. Bring your knees together so we have a bit of support for the belly. Taking a narrow balasana here. Relax your head down. In our balasana, a really sweet and soft space. Take your mind inwards again and take a little inner journey, inner exploration, like you're on a ship. You have different islands of sensation in your body and maybe different islands of thoughts, concerns, or just kind of things that are lingering in your mind. And see if you can blur them out a little bit or just pass by them. Let them not take hold and be the protagonist of the story. And let them merge with the rest of your being in this softness. Lifting up, walk your arms over towards the right. far over to the right. Now reach your left arm on top of your right, so there's an even deeper stretch across your left side body, and then fold in that direction. Then come straight back forwards, reaching over towards the left. Same principle applies. Reach your right hand directly above your left, fold in that direction. Take a big breath into your right side body. Come back through center. Push your hands into the floor to sit up. Send your bum to one side so your legs can go out straight out in front of you. And open your legs into a comfortable V. Flex your feet. Now send your left foot in. I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm doing the opposite side and you're going that side. Just listen to the words. That's the most reliable source of your information. So flex your right foot and then bring your fingertips in front of you like we did at the beginning of class. Take your time to sway left and right into a fold that works for you. Maybe you stay high, maybe you go super low, keeping this right leg strong. Not staying for very long, lifting up. Now turn to face this extended leg, your right leg, and fold in that direction. If you can grab a hold of the foot or the toes, go ahead and grab a hold of them. Maybe you can use the grip to pull you into a deeper, more sweet fold. If pulling into it is not sweet for you, then I suggest you stay higher up. But it might feel yummy. Explore your spine. Maybe rock a little bit left to right or angle something different down or up. Now keep a hold of the floor or your foot with your right arm. Just peel your left shoulder open to the sky. Reach your left arm up and over in the direction of that leg. And now this is a funky one. You're going to come all the way up, face your left knee. Bring your hands to the floor in front, or rather to the left of this left knee. Pivot on that right foot so you come onto the ball of your right, so you come on and tuck your right toes under. And then wiggle this right foot back. Let me glide further on the mat so you can see. Wiggle this right foot back and let your right hip stretch towards the floor. Just for a moment, just a little bit of hip flexor love. And then coming back up, sit your bum back down. I'm all the way up against the wall. And just switch. So left leg goes out, right foot goes in. Keep your left leg strong and slowly lower. Not staying for long. Let's lift up, face your extended leg, fold in that direction, hold if it feels yummy. And can you find that soft wave of breath still within you? Flowing in and out. Explore rocking front, left, up, away, different parts of your vertebra kind of interacting with the pose. Keep your left arm where it is. Peel your right shoulder, right chest up. Reach up and away with your right arm. Well, rather reach up and over. And then windmill straight up. Start to face the right. So towards the right, in front of this right knee, lift your hips up, tuck your left toes under, and then wiggle this left foot back as you stretch your left hip towards the floor. And just for a moment, just to have a feel and exploration. And come and sit back on your bum. Make sure you're on the mat, not like me, traveling off. And once you're on the mat, we're gonna roll back onto our backs. So slowly take your time. If you have a wall nearby like I do, then turn so that you can stretch your legs up and rest them directly on the wall. But it's not necessary. Feel free to stay here with your legs just floating. Open up your arms wide. And the goal here is to have some pressure on your lower back. It should feel quite nice actually. The weight of your legs pressing down through the lower back. And letting the blood flow down. And maybe the heart slow down if it was beating maybe just 1 or 2 or 3 or who knows what it is, beats faster in a minute. Coming towards your full relaxation again. Let's take one more breath here. Now if you've got your legs up on a wall, feel free to stay like that for the rest of this class, which is ending very soon. Or if you're hovering like me, bend your knees, step your feet flat down, close to your bum, arms by your side, and take your hips up into bridge. Extend through your spine, squeeze through your seat. Maybe lift one heel up, drop it down, the other heel lifts up, drop it down, and slowly lower your spine back down. Slowly work your shoulders apart, maybe they're kind of squished underneath you. Relax your arms to your side again. And we're going to invite you to take the Shavasana with soles of the feet touching, letting your knees drop open. Once again, you can invite that Dirga Pranayama into your belly, just to begin with, to kind of recenter yourself, recalibrate your breathing. In through the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhale through the chest, the ribs, the belly. For the rest of your Shavasana, I ask you to allow the softness in your body to spread to your heart and everything that's above your heart. Feel your heart beat softer with compassion and patience and a fundamental peace. And notice if your headspace maybe grows a little bit quieter, or at least more at ease with you taking the time to just be here. I will leave you now, but please rest in your Shavasana for a few more minutes or for as long as you want to, as long as your body wants to.